Hello YouTube viewers, welcome back to Let's Play Shantae and the Pirate's Curse. To begin with, what I promised last time, here is the key items screen. You can see I have a few items now. Here's the court summons that the Royal Guards gave me. Here's the library card that Sky gave me. And here is the magic lamp that Risky Boots gave me, currently containing the magic of one cacklebat. You can see on the scrolling bumper at the bottom, it says that there's 20 of them. The number of cacklebats is what determines which ending you get. If you collect all 20 of them, you get the best ending. And if you have less than 20, even if you have 19, you still get the not so good ending. So my plan is to get all of the cacklebats except one, and then save right before the final boss fight. And then I will fight the final boss with only 19 of them, and that should show you the not so good ending. Then I'll reload the save, get the final cacklebat, and then fight the final boss again for the best ending. That's my plan. I hope that it works. So there's the key item screen. Now before I head off east to the castle library, I'm going to go back this direction. Back this way is Shantae's house, the lighthouse where she lives, and in front of the lighthouse is a cacklebat. So there's another item here that I want to get, in addition to the cacklebat. And look at the cute little dance she's doing there, holding the lamp up. So that's 2 dark magics. And also this thing. A heart squid. Yeah, so heart squids can be turned into additional units on my life meter. And as it says on the scrolling bumper at the bottom, there's 32 of them all told. Some of them are right out in the open like this one is. Others are hidden pretty well, but I do know where all of them are. So I'll be getting all of them. And the way you turn them into new pieces of your life meter is with the Squid Smith, who is here in Scuttletown. I'll introduce you to her. The Scuttletown Squid Myth. Squid Smith. Squid Myth. I mangled that one pretty badly, didn't I? Anyway. She takes adorable little heart squids and melts them down to make more health. And it would be great to forge some, but takes 4 heart squids. Yeah, so this is basically this game's version of the Pieces of Heart from Legend of Zelda. And there's another thing I can show you while I'm here. This door here, next to this incredibly crazy lady. I mean, seriously. This lady is nuts. She says lots of nutso things throughout the game. But anyway, this is the bathhouse. This was introduced in the original Game Boy Color game, but it was left out of the sequel, Risky's Revenge. And they brought it back for the second sequel, Pirate's Curse. If you jump into the bath, it refills your life meter up to full. And the attendant here basically tells you that. Okay, so that's everything I want to show you. Now let's just get on to the library. Yeah, this guy apparently isn't very smart. More brawn than brains, I suppose. I mean, you'd think this would be a bit of a red flag. Either that or he just doesn't care. Okay, now we finally get into the first real section. These scarecrow enemies have basically been the first enemy you fight in all 3 of the games. And these guys who throw exploding pumpkins at you, if you hit them, they flinch and drop the pumpkin. But that guy's too high for me to reach, so I'm just going to have to go under him. Scarecrows are not difficult. They take 2 hits. And they drop some really nice items. The Super Pike Ball. And there's another heart squid right on the path. Yeah, different types of squids have been in this game from the very beginning. In the first 2 games, they were used as warp items to warp you around the map. But in this game, they're used to refill your life meter. And here's a poison scarecrow that spits nasty stuff at you. Let's see. I couldn't remember whether or not you could duck underneath it. In the second game, you can duck underneath their poison spray, but in this game, obviously you can't. And lobster tail, that's another healing item. Now that heart squid is currently out of my reach. I can't get it. Just to show you, if you jump all the way up here and take a running leap, you're just a little bit short. So yeah, that's going to have to wait until we get some more abilities. When I'm doing a speed run, I would just walk right by this guy, but heck, why not play it safe? And those kind of flying goblin things have always been a pain in the butt. Boy, that was not very agile of me, jumping right into that thing. But yeah, these flying goblins have always been a real pain in the butt. They have quite a bit of health, and they are pretty good at flying up out of your reach when you hit them. But they almost always drop 5 gems, so they're worth going for. Almost always. This one didn't drop anything. That's kind of annoying. Oh well. I'm still doing pretty good for money. I have over 100 now. And now here's the Sequinland Palace and Bolo, surrounded by some zombie kids. Yes, these are in fact zombies. Zombies have been a feature in Shantae since the very first game. Yeah, well, there's a good reason they think that, Bolo. Yeah, his. Flesh Pops. Flesh Pops are another healing item. They heal half a heart if you eat them. And we don't have any yet, but as Bolo says, we'll soon get to a place where we can get some. And this guy. He himself isn't very important, but he tells us something that we want to go searching for. Yeah, so this game is pretty good at setting up and knocking down expectations in this manner. Yeah, so he dropped his last brochure down the drain, and we need to find it. We're not going to be able to find it for a little while yet. Anyway, the palace seems to be closed, so if we hit A... Yeah, so this is why everyone thinks that Bolo is a bit of a screw-up, because really, he is. So he basically barred the door shut, and now nobody can get in or out. And if you go through the conversation again, yeah. And those of you who have played Shantae before will recognize this guy. This guy was a boss back in the second game. Yeah. In the second game, we were introduced to the Ammo Baron, who you've already met, but also Squid Baron here, and another guy, another Baron, whose name escapes me at the moment. But, yeah, Squid Baron was one of the bosses in the second game, and now he's a character in the third game. Yeah. Yeah, this game likes to break the fourth wall as well. Yeah, so he's having, you might call, a midlife crisis, is the Squid Baron. Actually, there's some question of whether or not the Squid Baron is actually male, because back in the previous game, he had lots of kids, and he also had trouble figuring out whether Shantae was a boy or a girl. A flat view of the world, staring at the same four walls, and repetitive high-stress music. Yeah, breaking the fourth wall here. Because, you know, he was a boss in a 2D action platformer game. So they're lampshading the genre. Anyway, now we're down here where we can get some flesh pops for Bolo. Oh, I should have shown you something right there. These snakes drop flesh pops. But anyway, I should have shown you, this chain here is not part of the background. You can actually climb on it. That becomes a modestly important platforming tool later on. And breakable blocks. Hiding a secret with 10 gems. And let's see, I have my gamepad here right next to me so that I can check the inventory, and I now have 4 flesh pops, so that's all I need. And since I happen to be missing half a heart, let me show them off to you. Flesh pop, foul-tasting food that restores a bit of health. And if I use it, she regains half a heart. I still have 3 left, so I have all that I need. And that rat came out of the wall, so that's a clue that we can walk through it. And get this heart squid, yay! I think that's 4. Yeah, 4 heart squids. So now when I get back to Scuttletown, I can get another piece of life meter. And here is a treasure box that we can't get to yet. Gee, I wonder what's in there. That thing over there is a switch that opens the door. We have to get a distance attack to hit that switch. When you're a first-time player, that's the kind of thing you want to keep in mind. So that when you get new items, you think to yourself, okay, where can I go to use this? But anyway, we're done in here. So let's go give Bolo his 3 flesh pops. And in return, he gives us a royal gate key that some idiot must have lost. Guess which idiot that was? Yeah. So Bolo put it in his mouth and forgot that he had it there. Yuck. Okay. So now we can get into the palace and visit the library. And there we go. Now, I want to pause for a bit and point something out to you. This might seem like it was a lot of busy work, but the whole reason for this whole sub-quest to get the key from Bolo was to go down into the sewer underneath the palace so that we could see that treasure box and remember that it's there. I'm not going to get into spoilers, but in a standard game, you will come visit the palace at least 4 times, including this first visit. And you can destroy the candle holders for pickups. And the Sultana is missing. Well, not missing, she's out traveling. Yuck. Yeah, through the store and across the hall. So there's no ceiling in this room, he said conspicuously. So let's talk to this guy. A visitor. Yeah, this guy is smart enough to realize that Shantae is not the person on the library card picture. Are you kidding? Taking a goat mouth? I don't think so. Having a goat eat off her hair? What is wrong with Sequinland? I swear, it's weird. Yep, and there we go. The issue has now been resolved, more or less. Yeah, weird, weird, weird. And if we go to the globe, which is conspicuously sparkling, and push the A button, there you go, the Forbidden Isles map. So we got what we came for. And let's talk to him one last time, and off we go. Excuse me. The dialogue of these guards in this hallway never changes. So there's no point to talk to them anymore. And now we head back to Scuttletown. Yeah, hard to tell. But whatever floats your boat, Bolo. None of mine, never mind. Okay, I want more money. These guys are not dropping money. That's bad. There we go. Finally dropped some money. Okay, have to go this way. Ah! I tried to dodge it, but I was already too late. And, I don't really have much to say right now. Actually, there is one thing I want to show you. This might serve as a bit of a spoiler, but just to show you my future plans. I mentioned that my plan is to get 19 of the 20 cackle bats, and then save before the final boss, and then after I fight the final boss the one time, reload, get the last cackle bat, and fight him again. The last cackle bat is over there. That jump that I just failed to make to that tree branch, that's how you get to the last cackle bat. He's hidden in there. I can get that cackle bat fairly early in the game, but it's the one I'm going to leave for last, simply because it's kind of convenient to do that. The one that would frankly make more sense to leave for last is actually easier to get on my way through the rest of the game. So that's my plan. I'm going to leave that Cacklebat for last, and hope that that's enough to be able to show you both endings. By the way, the monster milk that I just picked up from that other scarecrow, that's a very useful item. I like monster milk. It increases Shantae's attack power by 5. Only on her hair whip, it increases only her hair whip attack power, but still, an extra 5 attack power on her hair whip is a serious bonus. And wow, I'm over 170 gems. That's pretty good. That'll allow me to buy some really nice stuff. And also, I can give Sky back her library card. Yep, got what we needed. And by giving her back the library card, she decides to show us some sympathy and 100 gems. They call it monies. I don't know why they call it monies, but you know, it's supposed to be gems. But you know, whatever. Okay, let's do a couple more things. Let's get that squid smith to help us out. And here we go. Youch. Okay, that was rather impressive. But yeah, now I have 3 hearts instead of just 2. And by the way, this is also a way you can heal up. If you come in here with less than full health and have her forge a new heart holder for you, it will refill your health to maximum. Just kind of a nice little extra that can help you out. And now let's actually buy some stuff, since I have well over 200 gems. First, I am going to buy... I'm going to buy the hair upgrades. So now I can do a little bit of damage and whip slightly faster. I could buy, and you can see that the next iteration of the upgrades costs more. Each one started at 50, but now they cost 150. I could still get one, but instead I'm going to get this. I'm going to get the recover ability. And that will do. So let's... Here we go. So the shampoo and silky cream are on the key items menu, and also the recover ability that I just purchased. Excuse me. When a foe knocks you off your feet, press the B button to recover. So in other words, when Shantae has been hit and is flying backwards through the air, you push jump really quickly, and that causes her to flip back onto her feet. It's pretty useful. And I think this is a good place to stop the video, actually. The last one ran quite a bit longer than I really wanted it to. So I'm going to save here. And I will see you next time, viewers, for Let's Play Shantae, when we get back to Risky Boots and proceed on to the next area of the game. See you later.